Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're going to listen to a unique English conversation between two people talking about their daily routines, but not the usual boring kind. This isn't just I wake up, I brush my teeth. Instead, you'll hear them share unusual habits, quirky details, and even hidden emotions behind the little things they do every day. This kind of natural dialogue will help you learn English in context. You'll pick up new words, phrases, and expressions while enjoying a story that feels real and authentic. So sit back, listen closely, and let's dive into this fascinating conversation about daily life routines. You ever realize how fragile mornings are? Like one tiny thing goes wrong and the whole day collapses.
Absolutely. For me, it's stocks. If I can't find a matching pair before 7:10, I know I'm doomed.
That's oddly precise.
I leave the house at 7:20. 10 minutes of sock chaos ruins the flow. And yeah, I could just buy identical socks, but then what would I complain about?
My mornings revolve around the sound of boiling water. I've got this old kettle that wheezes before it whistles. If I don't hear that little pre-whistle groan, I feel cheated, like the kettle's skipping its confession.
You listen for your kettle's secrets? That's very you.
It's not just the kettle. I whisper to the houseplants while I water them. Not pep talks, more like apologies. Sorry for the dry soil, sorry for the draft. It's ridiculous, but I think they forgive me.
Better than my routine. I talk to my steering wheel. Every morning before the first delivery, I pat it and say, "Don't quit on me today."
That sounds less ridiculous and more survival based.
Maybe, but it feels like a pact. If it doesn't break down, I'll keep feeding it fuel. Symbiosis.
Do you ever break your routines?
Once in a while, last week I didn't say my steering wheel thing. Guess what happened?
Breakdown?
Flat tire. Coincidence? Maybe, but it rattled me.
That's the danger of rituals. They start owning you.
True. What about your evenings? I picture you surrounded by dusty books reading until midnight.
Close, but not quite. I copy words I like into a notebook. Not sentences, just single words. Yesterday's word was drizzle. The day before, hollow. It's like I'm curating a private dictionary no one else will ever use.
That's haunting, actually. Do you read the words back?
Sometimes. The weird thing is, when I read them in a row, they almost form poems by accident. Like the diary of someone I don't know.
That's less routine, more art.
Maybe, but it started because I was lonely. Words don't argue back.
I get that. My evenings are less poetic. 10 laps around the apartment before bed.
10 laps? Why?
To trick my body into thinking I've gone somewhere. Driving all day feels like being stuck inside a moving box. At night, I need to prove to myself I can walk under my own power.
That's both sad and beautiful.
Yeah, sad, beautiful, sums it up.
Do you ever count while you walk?
Always. Out loud, too. If I lose track, I start over.
That's strict.
It's not about the number. It's about the rhythm. Counting keeps the silence from getting too loud.
I know that silence. Mine's filled with the hum of the fridge. If it ever stops, I panic. I once stayed awake all night because the power went out. I couldn't stand the absence of that sound.
So, your fridge is your metronome, and mine's counting steps. We're basically conducting orchestras no one hears.
Exactly. Daily symphonies.
Do you think everyone has these little rituals, or are we just the odd ones?
Everyone does. But most people don't notice. Routines are like scaffolding. You only realize they matter when they collapse.
Like socks at 7:10.
Yes, exactly.
You know what's strange? Talking about this makes me feel less weird. Like my little obsessions aren't flaws, just fingerprints.
I like that. Fingerprints of time.
Yeah. So tomorrow morning when I pop my steering wheel, I'll imagine you apologizing to your plants.
And I'll imagine your socks racing against the clock.
Our days connected by the most ordinary, peculiar things.
Which maybe aren't ordinary at all. You ever notice how most people describe their routines like checklists? Wake up, shower, eat, but my mornings feel more like negotiations.
Negotiations with who?
With my alarm clock, with my cat, with myself. This morning, I actually bargained with the kettle.
The kettle?
I promised it if it boiled quickly, I wouldn't skip breakfast again.
Did it work?
It did. Toast with raspberry jam, though I ate it standing up, staring at the wall like I was buffering.
That sounds like performance art. My mornings are more militarized.
Meaning?
I wake at 6:07. Not 6, not 6:10. 6:07 exactly. Then I stretch my arms 12 times, left, then right. Then I write down my first thought.
Your first thought?
Yeah, this morning it was, why are pigeons always damp?
That's weirdly profound. Do you ever reread them?
Once a month. It's like flipping through postcards from my subconscious. Some are nonsense, some are unsettling.
Like what?
Last week, there is someone in the ceiling.
That's nightmare material.
Exactly. Which is why I reread them only in daylight.
My afternoon is my strangest time. I have to chew exactly 3 almonds before I start drawing. Not 2, not 4, 3.
You make it sound like you're cracking open a secret code.
Maybe I am. If I skip it, the sketches look wrong, like they're wearing disguises.
That's fascinating. My afternoons are more quieter. I sit in the bookstore's back room and smell the spines of old books.
Smell them?
The scent tells me if the day is going well. If it's musty but sweet, I know the day will end calmly. If it's sharp and sour, I brace myself.
You're basically a weather forecaster, but for moods.
Exactly. Paper barometer.
Do your coworkers know?
No. They think I'm cataloging. Really, I'm inhaling history.
That's almost poetic. My coworkers think I'm eccentric because I hum while I draw, but it's always the same tune, something I don't even recognize.
Maybe it's your brain's private radio station.
Maybe. It feels more like an anchor, though. Keeps me from floating away while the pencil moves.
Evenings. What do they look like for you?
I scrub the bathroom sink until it squeaks. Then I place a glass upside down on the counter. Always upside down.
Why?
Because if it's upright, it feels like it's waiting for something. Upside down, it's final.
That's hardly comforting. My evenings are postcard time.
Postcards.
I write to imaginary people. Yesterday's was to a lighthouse keeper. The sea sounded like someone breathing too close.
That's haunting. Do you ever send them?
No. They stay in a shoebox. Maybe someday I'll leave them in library books for strangers to find.
You should. It would be like scattering pieces of yourself in the world.
And what if someone recognized me through them?
Then maybe they were meant to.
You're more fearless than you let on.
I'm not. That's why I cling to routines. They're not about order, they're about protection.
Same here. Routines are like spells. Not real, but they trick the chaos into staying outside a little longer.
Do you ever wonder what would happen if you stopped? If you didn't stretch at 6:07 or I skipped the 3 almonds?
Honestly, I think the day would unravel.
Or maybe it would surprise you.
Maybe, but I'm not ready for that kind of surprise.
Me neither. Maybe our odd rituals are the only things keeping the world stitched together.
If that's true, then we'd better not quit. Imagine the universe collapsing because you forgot your almonds.
Or because you overslept to 6:10.
Terrifying thought. I'll stick with 6:07, thanks.
And I'll keep humming to invisible music.
Deal.
You know, I can't start my day unless I line up my spoons.
Your spoons?
Yeah, I have 4. I set them in a straight line on the counter every morning. If I skip it, I feel like the rest of the day slides sideways.
That's bizarre and oddly relatable.
You have something similar?
Not with spoons, with shoes. I place them toe to heel in a circle before bed, like a little ritual.
A circle of shoes? Sounds like witchcraft.
Maybe it is. Maybe I'm keeping nightmares out.
Do you believe that, or do you just pretend to?
Both. Believing and pretending sometimes feel the same.
True. Pretend long enough and it becomes belief.
So what happens after the spoon ceremony?
I open my sketchbook, but here's the thing. I only draw boxes. No pictures, no shading, just empty boxes.
That's fascinating. Why boxes?
They feel like containers, like I'm giving shape to the chaos before I let the real drawings out later.
So your day begins with order?
And yours ends with the circle of shoes. What about your mornings?
I whisper a different word each day.
Whispered to who?
To the air, I guess, or myself.
What was today's word?
Tremor.
That's unsettling.
Exactly. The word chooses me, not the other way around.
You're making your life sound like a secret novel.
Isn't everyone's routine a novel? Just most of us never read it out loud.
I like that. My coworkers think I'm boring. They don't see the spoons, the boxes.
People hide their strange rituals. Maybe because they're the truest parts of us.
What about afternoons? What's your anchor?
Tea, but not drinking it, just smelling it. I keep jars of loose leaves at my desk. I lift the lid, inhale, then put it back.
That's wonderfully pointless.
Pointless things keep me sane. What about you?
I eat the same snack at 2:15 sharp. A single slice of apple dipped in peanut butter. Not 2 slices, 1.
That's precision bordering on obsession.
I know, but the bite grounds me. Like, yes, this is today. I am here.
You ever wonder what would happen if you skipped it?
Honestly, I am afraid to find out.
That fear, that's the hidden thread in routines. We don't do them just to do them. We do them because not doing them feels dangerous.
Dangerous or empty?
Same thing, maybe.
How about evenings?
I write fake postcards.
Fake?
I address them to imaginary people. Dear Alonzo, the sky cracked open today. Things like that.
That's beautiful. Do you keep them?
A shoebox under my bed, full of messages no one will ever read.
Maybe you're writing to future you.
Or past me, maybe both.
My evenings are less poetic. I scrub the sink until it squeaks.
That squeak must mean something.
It means the day is done. It means tomorrow has a clean plate waiting.
See, that's poetry too, just louder poetry.
You make me feel less strange.
Maybe strange is the real common ground. We're all building tiny defenses.
Against what?
Against the feeling that days blur together, that life is just endless repetition.
So we invent patterns inside the repetition to make it ours.
Exactly.
You know, I never told anyone about the spoons before.
And I've never admitted the shoe circle to anyone either.
Funny, 2 secrets spilled over coffee.
Maybe that's another ritual now. Sharing the hidden rules we live by.
I'd like that.
Me too.
You know what I realized today? My whole morning depends on the angle of sunlight hitting my kitchen counter.
That sounds oddly specific.
It is. If the sunbeam lands on the chipped tile near the sink, I feel like the day will go smoothly. If it lands closer to the kettle, I brace for chaos.
You're predicting destiny with kitchen geometry. That's impressive.
Call it primitive forecasting.
My mornings aren't that mystical. They start with staring contests.
With who?
My neighbor's cat, it sits in the window across from mine, glaring. I sip my coffee, it stares, I stare back. Whoever blinks first loses.
That's both hilarious and tragic. Do you win?
Depends. Last Tuesday, the cat didn't even show up. I felt cheated, like someone canceled my match without notice.
Funny how one missing thing can ruin a rhythm.
Exactly. And if I lose, I carry that defeat into work. Sorry, boss, I can't focus. The cat beat me again.
I'd love to hear your boss's reaction to that.
He already thinks I'm eccentric because I sharpen all my pencils before turning on the computer.
Wait, you work in finance. Why do you even need pencils?
I don't. That's the point. It's a buffer ritual. If I face numbers too soon, I panic. Pencils keep me safe.
I get that. I sharpen colored pencils before sketching, even though I know I'll only use maybe 2 shades. It's not about using them. It's about seeing readiness lined up in a row.
Yes, like soldiers before a battle.
Or crayons before a parade.
You ever feel these routines aren't quirks, but scaffolding? Like without them, everything would collapse?
Definitely. My afternoons depend on sound. I play the same song at 3 p.m. every day.
Which song?
Doesn't matter. It changes monthly. But there must be one. It signals my brain the serious work starts now.
You're training yourself like Pavlov's dog.
Aren't we all?
True. For me, it's gum. After lunch, I chew a piece of spearmint gum. That's my reset button. If I forget, I feel sluggish, like my brain hasn't clocked back in.
Do you save the wrappers?
Yes, I do. Whole drawer full.
I knew it. Rituals create relics. My notebooks are full of single words I collect. Not sentences, just words that catch me. Tangle, marrow, flicker.
That's both poetic and slightly eerie.
When I read them together, they sound like a stranger whispering.
My rappers just sound like garbage.
No, they sound like proof. Proof you kept the rhythm going.
I like that. Proof.
What about evenings?
I walk in circles in my apartment. Exactly 9. Not 8, not 10, 9.
Why 9?
Because once I did 9 circles and the next day went surprisingly well. So now I can't stop. If I forget, I lie awake convinced something will break.
Superstition disguised as structure.
What about you?
I wash my hands before bed, even if I haven't touched anything. But I don't just wash them. I narrate it, out loud. Now rinsing away the day.
That's haunting, Speaker One.
I know, but it feels like closing a chapter. If I skip it, the day lingers like a ghost.
Maybe all these little things, we're not keeping habits, we're keeping ghosts away.
Or inviting them in gently so they don't scratch at the windows.
Smiles faintly. You ever tell people these things?
Not really. They'd call me odd.
Maybe odd is just the raw version of everyone else's normal.
I like that. The raw version of normal.
So, tomorrow morning, when I face that cat, I'll think of your sunbeam.
And when I see the light hit the chip tile, I'll imagine your sharpened pencils waiting in a row.
Funny. Our routines, separate but linked.
Like parallel tracks, quietly keeping us moving.